Hello everybody, welcome! Just in time for our next pin video. Come on in, let's go! Hello, welcome to Larry's Fountain Pens. I'm Larry the Pen Book Guy, and today we're going to talk about one of my first flex fountain pens to buy and use and play around with. If you're a thinker or a newbie, or you just kind of got out of the newbie line of pens and you want to step up the game a little bit, and you've been hearing about flex and you're interested in flex, but how interested are you? You're not sure yet. You've never done flex. You don't know how much you're going to enjoy using a flex nib, or even how to use a flex nib. I know I didn't. But long story short, when I was a newbie, I'm going to show you my first Noodler's Ahab Flex. It's the clear demo pen right here. It's an interesting pen. They're easy to work with. So when you get a pen like this, the Noodler's Ahab, it's made to tinker with. So don't be afraid to get ink on your fingers and hand. That's okay. You're working with your beloved pen. You're learning how to use your pen, how to work the nib, because the nib is friction fit. It pulls out, and you can adjust it. So, and you will get ink on your fingers. But that's the fun part. It washes off. So this was my very first pen. I think I bought this in 2015. The Noodler Flex. It was introduced in the late 2011 somewhere. And it has a 6-inch nib. This one has the Flex. And it comes with a plunger converter. I'll go ahead and unscrew the cap. Boom. Okay. And as you see, there is ink already on my fingers and in the cap, and the barrel, excuse me. And that's quite all right, because just to show you, you will get ink on your fingers. Will the pen do that? No. It was done intentionally to show people that are getting into fountain pens, flex or not flex, that, hey, it's okay to get ink on your fingers. Your pen may get inky inside the cap and the barrel. It may leak some ink out for whatever reason. This is just an example to show you things can happen when you're working and using fountain pens. But you know what? It's a learning process, and it's okay. So, back to this beloved pen. The material is resin, and it can be used as an eyedropper. You can take that plunger out and use it as an eyedropper if you wish. And it is postable if you care to post your pen. And the grip is wide enough for big sausage style thick fingers. I have small itty bitty fingers, so I've never had problems with really any grip. And sometimes I hold my grip up here. You don't have to post it, because there's pen can be used without. Like I said, my hands are small, so that would be up to the individual using this pen. So, back to the pen, my friends. The Ahab is made of celluloid derivatives. And again, remember, this pen is made for folks like me and maybe you who like to tinker around with their pens. And that's the fun part, getting to know your pen. We can always wash our hands, right? So, you can, that nib is friction fit, and you can pull it out, adjust the nib. You can push the nib in further back in to the grip, or pull it out further with the feed. You can adjust it, and that's how you're going to get your fingers all inky. Love that ink. So, do not be afraid of the ink. So, back to the pen. This is the Ahab, Noodler's Ahab. I will do some writing, show you the ink I'm using. And before I get to writing, because I can't write and talk well, I can barely even talk well at all. Remember, when you're using a flex nib, when you use light pressure on your downstroke, let me just kind of show you. When you're going on your downstroke, and I'll show you in a minute on paper. So remember to use light pressure, which will spread your times, but you don't want to spread them like that. It's going to spread them apart. And that's going to increase your line width, okay? Are you with me? I'm not talking to all you professionals out there because you folks know the game. This is for the thinkers and the newbies and the newbies that have just want to reach out for something different. I know I did. So, go slow so the ink can keep up with your writing. Learning to use flex takes practice with any flex pen. Remember that. Not just with this pen. With these pens, you want to give it a good flush before you use it because due to the machine oils, when cutting the feed for these pens, you could have some icky stuff in there that could decrease the flow or even stop the flow of the ink. So you always want to give it a good flush. So, I hope that helps you newbies, your thinkers, about the Ahab Flex. When I was a newbie and I bought this pen, this was my first Flex and I was anxious to get into it. And I'm glad I did because I really did like it. And I do like the Ahab. I have another one just like this, but it's a blue and a red. And then later on my next review, I'll be doing the Conrad. Noodler's Conrad. So this is for you beginner folks, newbies, and the newbies that want to go ahead and they think they're ready to kind of ink up their fingers some more. That's the fun part. God knows I've had a lot of ink on my hands before. I've been called the Smurf. So, before I get to writing, that's the fun part. The pen. Let's talk about the length overall of this pen, just like it says, it's 139 millimeters or 5.5 inches. Postage 170 millimeters or 6.7 inches. The overall weight is 18 grams or 0.6 ounces. The ink max capacity for the piston would be 200 mils, or if you use it as an ink dropper, 6.17 mils. And I will be doing another video for you newbies and thinkers on the eyedropper. I just want to do this quick video. Why? Because I've had a few people that have asked me about this pen, and I'm answering specific questions that were asked by these folks. So I hope this helps you. So let me get the ink out that Mr. Announcer will announce.
American Aristocracy.
And here is some other inks. Not exactly like it, but all I have to compare a little bit to give you an idea. The Vance Gatti Seppa and the Diamine Ox Blood. That's a really nice, beautiful ox blood. But this is a cool looking ink. Kind of give you different shades. So, let me pull out the old Rhodia dot grid and we'll get busy doing some writing. Alright, here we go. I'll go ahead and I am going to post the pen. And here we go. I am flexing right now. Beautiful. Love it. Love the way it lays down the ink. And here is without flexing. No flex and flex. Remember, light pressure on the downstroke. No flex and no flex. And with, I'm going to flex. And you want to go slow when you're flexing so the ink flow will keep up. All right. Let's check for wetness. So there you have it. It's all about flex. Number 6 size nib. And this is for people that like to tinker with pens. People that are interested in getting into the flex nibs. This is a good starter pen for that, I think. I think I paid, what, 20 bucks? I don't know what they cost now. 20, 23, $24, I'm not sure. In my opinion, I think it's well worth the money. I do like Noodler's fountain pens. Nathan makes them affordable. Takes a lot of pride in his pens. I like them. But you might want to check out the Noodler's Ahab Flex. If you're interested in getting into flex, learning about flex, and remember, inky fingers and hands, but that's okay. That'll wash off. All right, folks, I'm going to close it down for now. Leave me a thumbs up if you found this video interesting, fun. Don't be shy. I know I am. But leave your comments below. I'm interested. Until my next video, my friends, peace, love to all you beautiful people out there. Be safe and don't text and drive. God bless. Later, folks.